Hey everyone, this is Yvette Hampton. Welcome back to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast. I am back with Abby, Ranella.
Woohoo! 3 days in a row, or three days in a week.
I know. Hopefully people are not tired of hearing our voices yet. I suppose if they are, they wouldn't be listening right now.
They can always pause it and listen to us next week. Give their ears a break if they need to.
But then there's going to be there's going to be a new podcast next week.
Don't get behind, guys. It'll stress you out.
Don't get behind whatever you do. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so we have 3 more questions that we want to answer for our Q&A this week. And these are just fun. I love listening.
But first, wait.
Oh, what?
I just got word that there is going to be another Homegrown Generations this year.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I was going to talk about that at the end, but we could talk about that now.
I want to talk about it now because I'm so excited because that was like the highlight of my February and everybody else's too.
Yes. Okay. So last year, if you listened to part 1 of our Q&A, you heard kind of the update on the movie and what we had going on, and that God kind of detoured us into some different parts of the Schoolhouse Rocked ministry. One of them was in February of 2020. So this past February, we did a online homeschool conference called the Homegrown Generation Family Expo, and it was amazing. I mean, God, just his hand was at work in ways that we never could have imagined. And we had just some amazing speakers. We had Abby Ranella was one, of course, when we had Heidi St. John and Kurt Cameron and Connie Albers, Karen DeBuse.
I mean, you name it, and they were there.
Yeah, Dorinda Wilson, Ginger Hubbard. Sam Sorbo, Rachel Carmen, a ton of just fantastic speakers. And it was just an incredible week of encouragement and resources. And it was so much more than we ever anticipated it to be, but it was all the Lord. I mean, God just did amazing things through that week of that. And it was live and interactive. And so afterwards we sent out a survey and we got back tons of responses and almost I think every single, no, because I don't think it was a question that we asked, but tons of the people who responded said, please do this again. So through prayer and much planning and such, and having someone now this year to be able to help us with it, we are doing it again. So we just set the date for 2021. It's going to be February 15th through the 19th. And so mark your calendars for that. It'll be $20 again. We're going to keep it at the same price. However, you can now, because now that we're in the planning stages of the 2021 conference, you can actually purchase the entire 2020 conference for $10 and have lifetime access to that entire conference. Wow. And it's over 40 hours of
you guys, content. These were the cream of the crop of homeschool speakers.
Yeah, all by God's grace. It was amazing. We sound like an infomercial. We should do infomercials. We're going to add that to the Schoolhouse Rocked ministry.
We also do infomercials.
We could do homeschool curriculum infomercials.
Oh
Abby,
goodness.
Have you seen this new curriculum?
It's amazing. Life-changing.
I didn't think I could homeschool until I discovered.
Oh, good for your marriage, good for your kids, and even good for the dog. I'm in. I'm on it.
I'm into it. All right. We're going to add that. But not until the movie's done. After the movie's done. Then we'll do homeschool infomercials. That's going to be a thing. Anyway, so we are planning for Homegrown Generation Family Expo 2021. Mark your calendars, February 15th through the 19th. And the tickets will go on sale sometime in the next couple of months. And you can get it. We're going to do some kind of, like flash sale on the tickets where if you buy them early, you get them for $15 instead of $20 or something like that. So
we'll let you know when that comes.
Keep your eyes open for those.
Don't worry.
On to our questions. So the first question is, can you recommend a character quality teaching based on the Bible that we can purchase to go along with our schoolwork?
Okay, I already know what you're going to say because I think we're going to say the same thing.
Well, I'm going to let you say it then.
Okay, I would say, there's a lot, but I would say there's this really amazing book. It's called the Bible. And there's this, the Virtue Training Bible. And it really helps your kids look at all the characteristics, the virtue training using the Bible. There's lots of other things out there that we can share, but that's really one of my very favorites because it actually uses God's word, but it breaks it down. And we'll link to the episode that tells you about that.
Yeah.
But if you have
to the Virtue Training Bible.
Yeah, to the Virtue Training Bible, yes. And the fun thing about that is if you have older kids, they build it as they learn and grow, and you can do it together as a family. So that's one of my favorites. Another one that I really like is there's this, I don't know, it's a book, but it's kind of a curriculum called The Peacemaker. And the reason I like that it's for kids, The Peacemaker for Kids, is because we're homeschooling, which means all of the siblings are home together every day.
Yep.
And we need to learn how to be peacemakers. So that's one that I really like to work into my school. But what else do you like for character training?
Yeah, well, definitely the Virtue Training Bible is one for sure. And then this is so terrible. The Character Corner is a blog that I recently became familiar with.
I'm writing it down.
And yeah, goodness gracious, I'm so sorry. I probably should have had this written down. And
that's okay. We'll link to it.
Yeah, we'll link to it. I'm certain it's called The Character Corner. I'm trying to remember the name of the author of that one. But anyway, she's fantastic. Has tons and tons of great resources, specifically on building character in your kids. Another one that I know. Yes, Kathy is Kathy Morrissey, thecharactercorner.com. And she's got some resources there. So I would look there. From what I've seen, seems very solid Christian, Bible-based character training for your kids.
Awesome.
Cool. And Abby, I think you had texted me earlier about Kim Sorgis from Not Consumed Ministries.
And I love Kim. I absolutely love Kim. And I didn't realize that she had, which is probably totally my fault. She has an entire store full of just amazing gold nuggets. I mean, so they are these studies on, there's a whole bunch of different ones. The one that caught my attention today, and then you can ask me about my day later, is one about keeping your tongue, using your tongue for good, basically when to talk and when not to. But the other one is the armor of God. And what I like about these is she has done this whole study, but she breaks it down into ages. So you can get a middle school, high school one, an upper elementary, and then one for the little tiny kids. So I can do this with all of my kids, but each one of them gets a different booklet for their own level. Yeah. So I have not personally done them, but I am so excited to do it. And then maybe we'll come back here and when we've done them, we can do another podcast about them. But so that's a resource. And I know we know Kim well enough that we can solidly say it's a great resource without having even done it.
Yes, I agree. She was actually part of the Homegrown Generation Family Expo back in February, and she has so many great resources. And she is one resource that I really trust, even her stuff that I haven't used personally. So she is great. So that is another good one.
And you know what is fun, guys? Why don't you, if you have ones that you like and you're listening to this, share it over, let's get a conversation going where we can share some of our character resources with one another.
Yep. Love it.